TV, what a jolly good show.
I know. This is Mervyn. Mervyn has had a mystery encounter with a creature. Can you tell us anything about that, Mervyn?
Yeah, I was coming back from Fiducia one day, coming past some tank crossing. I was coming down in the car, and there's this creature sat in the road. And I thought I better slow down just in case it was a dog or something. And dipped me lights. It didn't move. I thought I'll pull on down a bit further, and it just wouldn't move, so I eventually had to slow right down. So I slowed right down, put my lights up, and there's this creature stood there. I was just about so high, I suppose. And it stood over a dead rabbit in the road. And I didn't know whether to go round it, hit it, or what to do with it.
And what did it look like to you?
Well, it looked about the size of a lynx, but it had a very, very deep chest and a very powerful hind legs.
Right.
So I was deciding whether to get out of the car and move it on or what, and it just sort of looked one-sided at me, and then it just sort of off it went, just bounded over the fence and off it went.
And it's probably a good thing you didn't get out of the car.
Don't want to get out of the car and try and feed it no kitty cat or nothing.
Right. So has anyone else you know seen this or had any experiences with this creature?
Not any, but only John, the chap before that has actually seen it or heard it, but I've nobody else that has seen it other than Viv and John.
Right. Right. Okay. Thanks very much, Mervyn. We're going to have a chat now with Viv, the barmaid in the pub, who, out of all the people, has got the most experience with this creature, including paw prints and this sort of thing. We're going to have a chat with her now, and then we're going to go off and do a little bit of tracking in the woods. So, Viv, if anything, you're our local expert. Tell us a little bit about what you've seen and what you know.
Okay, what I've seen is a cobby creature about 3 foot tall at the shoulders, chestnut brown colour, 9 foot from its nose to the end of its tail, and a white tip on the end of its tail. And we first became aware of the creature when I was working at the stables up the road. The horses were going mental when this thing was around. If you had a fox or a dog run through the yard, they weren't bothered, but when this was here, they would try and smash their way out of the stables, and there's a distinctive musky sort of smell with them. A fox has a musky smell, but this is heavier. And we had a lot of rabbits and chickens up there, and they were just disappearing.
Right.
And we knew it wasn't a fox, because a fox kills a lot and leaves a lot of mess. These were just disappearing off the planet. We had rabbits that we were breeding as well, and their cages had dents in, like jaws that attacked the thing. The big dents where a head had obviously gone in. It was really spooky. But just recently, I was out with my dog. I came home from the pub, and I was out. It was quite dark, and the dog just stopped dead in his tracks, and every single hackle on his back went up, and I thought, my God, there is someone here. But I knew what it was going to be. And there was this heavy movement in the undergrowth, and if it was a deer or a fox, they're nimble, so you wouldn't really hear it.
Yeah.
But it moved twice, and I just got the dog back, and we walked back home. The next morning I went out, and on the path were these enormous footprints. So I had to drive miles across to get plaster of Paris.
Right.
But then I got really excellent footprints of it. But there are definitely more than one on the estate because of different sizes.
Now, you have done some studies into this, other sightings throughout the country, and you've read up on this. What do you think these are, and where do they come from?
I think originally there might have been Well, in the 30s it was vogue to have pumas as pets because they are not a threat to human beings. They're house and lead trainable.
Right.
And they might possibly have escaped or being liberated when they became too big. Plus, I think it was in the 60s or 70s there were a lot of small private zoos,
Right.
which have been stopped now, and they either escaped or got liberated again. But they're not, when people see them, they don't actually say they're a specific puma or leopard. They seem to have hybridized. All they can say it was a big creature with a very ugly head. That's the thing about them.
Now, would I be right in saying that these creatures in the wild are loners anyway, and they do actually travel over great distances in the wild to find their mate? So there would be quite a real possibility that it's possible that these animals have been breeding for some years.
Yeah, it is. They can travel about 30-40 miles in a day. That's not a problem to them. And they are singular normally, but as they're hybridized now, they might change their personality slightly.
Okay, right. Well, I think now would be a good time to go up into the woods and do a bit of tracking, and you can be our tracker, Viv. Thanks a lot.
Official opening of the Town TV studio. What's your name?
How's that?
What's your name?
Mac.
Mac.
Mac Mackenzie.
Well, Mac will be seeing quite a bit of you. But, here we go. Here we go. We're in.
Right.
We're in. Is it? Yeah. Ready?
No, back off.
Well, it's a very auspicious occasion. You seen this big clock? Look at this big clock. What are we going to do with the big clock?
Swatch it your eye out. Look at the size of that thing. It's a monster.
Well, what do you think of it so far?
Rubbish.
So what are you doing now? Well, here I am, just trying to let people know another foot I've got. But actually, we're actually Town TV, and this is our moving in day.
People over the past few months have noticed something messing around with our TV sets at 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock. It's been called Town Television.
Town Television.
This is the man responsible for it. He's put a lot of hard work into it, but all of a sudden, Alan, we've changed premises.
Yeah.
Is this,
Well, Reg, to be honest, this is the opening day of Town TV in the Chantry Centre in Andover.
That's in the precinct,
In the precinct.
right?
Yeah, or the Mall, whatever you want to call it. And we're here. This is our first live broadcast. We've got Howard there on sound.
Very cool.
We've got Steve on the camera. So anyway, we're going to be here. Reg is going to be doing his stuff.
From time to time,
From time to
when
time.
I'm free.
When he's not playing in the trogs all around the world, he's going to be here. And we hope to bring you the news as it happens, when it happens.
And we got some great news coming up soon.
And we've got some great news coming up soon.
Keep watching.
So keep watching Town TV live from the Chantry Centre.
Visit Primetime in Shakespeare Avenue, Oxford Road in Andover. We stock over 1,000 concert games. Mention Town TV and we'll give you a £2 discount. Primetime is open 7 days a week till 9. Phone Andover 334488 now.
County Sewing at 92 High Street, Andover is now under new management. We supply and service leading brands of sewing and knitting machines. We also stock dress patterns, Rose and Hubble dress fabrics and haberdashery. County Sewing, 92 High Street, Andover. Telephone 324 060. Susanna Dressmakers are specialists in bridal and evening wear, day wear, children's clothes, alterations and repairs. Susanna, now at 92 High Street, Andover, above County Sewing. Telephone Andover 337139.
We're outside Britax Excelsior today. Unfortunately, we haven't arrived in the helicopter. As you can see, up in the skies, the fog hasn't lifted for us. It's a bit of a shame, really. We won't be able to see a thing in a helicopter. So we've decided to come here manually, as we say. I've got my 3D glasses on for children in need, as you know, it is with Pudsey Bear and all that sort of thing. Britax have raised a lot of money for them through various different events. We're going to find out what they've done, how much it is, see Pudsey the Bear, I might give him a big hug. And that's about it, really.
Thank you for all arriving here. Sorry about the helicopter, as you appreciate the weather has stopped the helicopter landing. I'm sure you'll be pleased to know that with all the efforts from everybody over the last week or so, we've raised £400. Part of it was from the Wacky Hat competition. We had an hour's silence take place this morning. It was murder. Our production manager has actually been working on the shop floor today. Ian Griffin has had his beard shaved off and he was sponsored an awful lot of money for doing that. There's been a lot of money raised for the bear and we'd like to present the winner at the now with the bear. And the winner is Margaret upstairs. The winner is Margaret. And I say once again I'd like to congratulate everyone on the amount of money that's been raised. And I'd like to now hand the cheque over on behalf of Britax Excelsior, and these people will be taking it for us down to Southampton, to the TV studios.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
Craig Owen,
Craig Owen, and you're from?
Middle Wallop.
What regiment are you with then?
We're with the Remit, but it's the Army Air Corps, 667 Squadron Army Air Corps.
Right.
And we would have brought the helicopter today, but unfortunately the weather was a bit...
Fortunately, Phileas Fogg hasn't lifted it for us, has he? So we're a bit trapped here. So what are you actually doing today? Go around to all companies or what?
Yeah, we've got people going around all the companies in Andover and all the schools as well, trying to collect as much money for children in need as possible, yeah.
This is a nice big fat cheque there, isn't it?
£400 cheque. It's brilliant.
Make your bucket a bit heavier.
Brilliant for children in need. Excellent.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll see you a bit later on in the day, I would have thought. Anyway, thank you.
Thanks.
Bye, Pudsey. Can I shake your hand? Thank you. Oh, go on then, I'll have a cuddle. I just had to do that. Over here we have the people from Britax who have entered a... What did you call this competition?
Wacky hat.
A wacky hat competition. Which one won, can I ask?
The yellow one.
The yellow one. Let's see what this yellow one does. Go on, show us. Well, I think that's absolutely brilliant. What's your name?
Jean.
Jean. Are you the lady that likes to have a little bit of a chatter? So I've heard.
That was murder, believe me. Not speaking for an hour was killing me.
I don't know how you did it. I wouldn't have been able to do it myself. We've got some brilliant hats here, haven't we? This one over here is the one I like. What's your name?
Fiona.
Fiona. And what gave you the inspiration to make this hat?
The thought of Christmas.
I think we're all dreading now. I don't know why I would have made one like that. This gentleman here, so I've heard, now looks 20 years younger because he's got a clean shaven face. How long have you had a beard for?
About 13 years.
And is this the first time you've ever shaved it off?
First time I've ever shaved it off.
How do you feel?
Very cold. Naked.
Well, I think it looks lovely, don't you, lady? Yeah. You do? Good?
I think they all agree it does, but I think it'll go back on in the end.
You're going to bring it back on for Christmas?
Probably.
And then back off in the summer?
Well, who knows? We'll see.
Right. Well, thank you very much for doing it for Pudsey and for the children in need.
That's what it was done for.
All the rest of it. Thank you very much. Have a good year.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you all later. That looks like a kite, actually, doesn't it? Should we ask him his name?
Yeah, who's it underneath there?
What's your name?
It's Kevin.
Kevin the fruit bat. Oh, that's original, isn't it? Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a lovely name. Fruit pastels, that's my son's favourite, actually, isn't it? Is that where you got the inspiration from?
Yeah, the store people call me that.
What's that?
The storemen call me the fruit bat, so
Right.
I had the inspiration from there.
Is it because you're a fruit bat or because you're a bit batty?
Oh, both.
bit of both. You enjoyed this year?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
it's been good fun.
Are you doing anything else for children in need yourself?
At the minute we're sponsoring Nigel just to work on the stalls. So
Right.
Should be a bit of fun.
Right.
That's basically about it.
Does he not usually do it then?
No.
No? And is he find
Hasn't joined us yet.
Oh, wow. Well, I think we have to follow his progress, shall we? Thank you very much.
Thank
See you
you.
later. Bye-bye.
One thing we have noticed in this wood is the lack of birds. We're pretty deep into the wood now, and we haven't disturbed a pheasant or a pigeon. That's strange.
Now I can hear birds.
I'm here with David Lindsay, Senior Animal Consultant with Fayre Consultancy. Now, David, you have some of these paw prints here, the plaster of Paris prints. What do you make of them?
Well, certainly they're the correct size for an animal like a puma or a leopard. They're smaller than tiger prints, larger than cheetah prints, and one would have to say they're definitely cat prints.
Now, is it feasible that a big cat could live in the sort of conditions that we have in this country?
It is very feasible that they could live in these conditions. There's an ample supply of rabbits, there are pheasants, there are even lambs at certain times of the year. Cats are very adaptable, they can acclimatise to the English countryside and to the English climate.
Now, obviously one would imagine that a big cat has to eat an awful lot of food. It would be an awful lot of rabbits for one big cat.
Well, on a daily basis, we're only talking about maybe 2 or 3 rabbits at the outside.
Okay. Now, another thing that interests me is the possibility that if there are cats, how do they mate? If there are consistent sightings of cats, how would they find mates?
Well, I mean, this is a slightly more difficult problem, but if a couple were released at the same time for whatever reason, they could have set up their own population. And although there will be losses due to other predators like foxes or possibly badgers, some will make it, which would account for the constant sightings.
And is it possible that there will different types of cats crossbreed? For example, is it possible that maybe a puma and a lynx or something like that, can they crossbreed?
There are certainly cases of hybridization amongst cat species. What isn't clear is how many of those would be fertile. But we're not talking about large numbers, so if 1 or 2 were fertile, you could again have a population of hybrids existing.
And where, in your opinion, would these cats have come from in the first place?
There are a variety of sources. The most likely is private owners that, for a variety of reasons, such as the Dangerous Animals Act, released their animals, or, again, if they had an animal that got sick and they couldn't take it to the vet because it's illegal possessing the animals without a licence, they might just have released them to let nature take its course. And if the animal survived, it could acclimatise very easily.
So, I mean, we do see here of big cats in climates like northern Canada and that sort of thing, so that there is no problem with the climate at all.
Certainly there's no problem with the climate, and I mean if they have been held as pets in the English climate for a number of years before they got out or were released, they'd be acclimatised already.
And what is the lifespan of these large creatures?
It's difficult to say. I mean, it could be anything up to 8 or 10 years in some cases. It would depend on the species, and again, if you have hybridisation, this changes all the longevity figures completely.
Well, there you have it. From a professional, there is a real possibility that we could have big cats in Cholderton. Thank you very much, David.
Well, he could have passed this way. Look, here's a dead bird. I mean, it hasn't been eaten, though. Why don't you come on down? Don't be silly.
I'd rather be up here than down there.
What, you're scared of a little pussy cat?
Come on down, Howard.
I don't know. Look, it's a lot safer up here. Look, and I can see the surrounding area as well, and he doesn't seem to be here.
Can you see the Puma?
Well, only a helicopter. The only Puma I've seen today is a helicopter.
There's something up above you.
Quick, get down.
They can climb trees, you know. You're not safe up there. At least you can run farther down here.
There's blood on that tree.
There's blood on the tree.
Oh dear, blood on the tree.
Oh my God.
Oh yes, there's blood on the tree,
The
but
Puma has been here. We are not safe. The Puma, the Lemur,
and the Tornado.
And the Tornado. Puma Patrol is out.
Top quality produce and prices you can afford at Kenyon's Fruit and Vegetable Shop, Wayhill Road, Andover. Open daily Monday to Friday and Saturday mornings. Also in stock are eggs, flowers, pet supplies and Camagas. Mention Town TV and buy Wiltshire potatoes for only $2.99 for £55. Check this out for a chemist. Does your chemist offer you free perfume delivery, free gift wrapping, free film on all developing and printing, free prescription pickup and home delivery? Cooper's the chemist does. So why not call in to 27 High Street, Andover? Telephone 352 400.
My name's Steve Pyne, and I'm here on the first tee of the new Hampshire Golf Club. It's out on the Stockbridge Road, stone's throw from Andover, and I'm here with Tim Fiducia and Tony Ashton. Tim is the manager of the new golf club, and Tony is the resident professional. Tim, very impressive. We've got some golfers out there on the 10th, I believe. Is this the first round of golf played on the golf course?
It's not. This is actually the official opening.
Right.
We opened about 6 or 7 weeks ago. But to celebrate the grand opening, we've got 80 golfers playing in a competition this morning. They're just finishing.
Right.
Hopefully in time for lunch.
Okay, depending on how good or bad they are.
That's right.
I think we'll speak to Tony about that later. So, obviously people do tend to maybe feel a little bit threatened by golf and golfing in terms of clubs and that sort of thing and cost. What's your attitude towards people, you know, the general public coming in here and playing golf? What's your sort of membership?
There is a membership, but it's only £100 to join. But we're actually concentrating on the pay and play side of it, where anybody can come in and play the course for a sort of £13–15, depending on which day of the week they play. We're trying to get away from the stuffiness of golf clubs, or traditional golf clubs,
right.
And perhaps also the high cost.
Right. So we can literally, anybody can pop in from Andover of an afternoon and play 18 holes.
Absolutely right.
Right, so hopefully we'll get Tony here, maybe can train up a few champions from Andover.
Well, Tony gives lessons.
Sure, yeah.
Right, so anybody can come and book with you for
That's
a lesson?
That's right, yeah. And
right.
most are complete beginners.
Right.
Very apprehensive about coming in, a lot of them, but
sure.
They're all in the same boat really, so
right.
I've got a great challenge to try and teach them and make them
right.
complete golfers.
Right,
yeah.
okay, so you are a professional.
Yeah.
How long have you been on the professional?
For too long now really, about
right.
11 years, 12
really?
years, yeah.
Oh, right, quite some time.
Yeah, devoted a lot of my time to start with to being a good player,
right.
and then got into the retailing side, the teaching side especially,
right. Right.
And I'm looking forward now to settling down and
right.
teaching a lot and selling a lot of clubs in the shop.
Right, yes, there is of course a shop stocking. You stock basically the full needs of the golfer?
Yeah, we sell a very competitive range of clubs, right. A very, very cheap end of the market.
Right.
For the new golfers that want to start the game, really.
Right.
Clubs starting at sort of £150 for the whole set of irons and woods.
Right. Okay. Is there an age limit on sort of what time when people can start?
No, that's the beauty of the game, really. We're getting golfers who've just retired, who've taken up membership.
Right.
We're getting juniors as well coming along and very interested in getting started.
Right. Okay. So basically anybody can play, regardless age,
right.
colour or creed.
Yeah. It's the beauty of the game.
Right, well, I believe that in the next few minutes we will be having the official opening. We have Lord Bernard Weatherall here, the ex-Speaker of the House of Commons. I believe that's maybe related to you.
No, he's
No,
my
no,
uncle.
right.
He's the president of the club.
Right, he is the president of the club, so we will be going on to that in a moment. I'm honoured to be standing here with Lord Weatherall, former Speaker of the House of Commons. Now, Lord Weatherall, what brings you here on this auspicious occasion?
Well, Tim Fiducia is my nephew, and some 3 years ago he showed me this site when he was anxious to try and turn it into a golf club, and now he succeeded. And I think when I was here last year, he said, if this thing ever gets going, I'd like you to be the president, and I'd like you to come to the opening. And I am the president, and I've come to the opening.
So I believe there's actually going to be an opening ceremony in which you will officially open the first...
Well, I think I'm going to drive a short shot, I think.
Right.
I'm not a very good golfer these days.
But a keen golfer?
I'm very keen, yes.
Is it something that was a common pastime in the House of Commons?
Well, of course I belong to the Parliamentary Golfing Society, and I think I was patron of the Parliamentary Golfing Society when I was the Speaker. And we have some wonderful matches.
Right.
We play at Tandridge, which is my home club now, and we go to the Royal Ancient, I think, every other year, and to Muirfield, and Lytham St Anne's. So it's some
Did
very
you
fine
have a sort of a Lords v Commoners match?
No, well, it's the Houses of Parliament, so it's the Lords and the Commons, and the staff.
Right.
And I think the staff are better golfers than we are.
Right. Don't really know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Well,
it might
it's a good thing.
create a few problems in the offices up there. Okay, so I think we will probably be going out onto the first tee in a moment to film your drive, if that's all right with you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, and thank you very much.
Do I get several attempts, as I did with the round with Alice?
Possibly.
Okay, well, I'll deal on that.
Thank you very much, Lord Weatherall.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to ask Lord Bernard Weatherall, Jack to his friends, to officially open the Hampshire Golf Club. I'll present him with a pair of scissors. You'll note that they're tailor's scissors, because of course Lord Weatherall used to be a tailor by profession a long time ago, before he became Speaker and Member of Parliament. So I have great pleasure in asking Jack to cut the tape.
And I thought it would be a nice idea if I got Katie to help me. Don't you think that's a good idea? Come on, Katie.
She's number 2.
And Katie and I officially declare the Hampshire Golf Club open. Hold on, Katie. Open.
Commercial or domestic. KJM manufacture and install the very best high-security windows, doors and conservatories. Unbeatable for looks, durability and price. For a free quotation, phone Andover 359 355.
Looking for that special job? C&M Employment Services provide a complete, permanent and temporary recruiting service. Our rates are reasonable and we offer a professional and personal approach. Ring us on Andover 351 851 for further details.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, this is Towns Television, yeah.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaur and dragon coats. Young children.
Oh right, they're lovely, aren't they?
So,
Dragon coats. Dragon coats. Do I look, Steve? Isn't that wonderful?
A twirl as well.
Do you think you could, yeah, I think Steve would look quite good for the Christmas show in a dragon coat.
Thank you very much.
So you can speak to Sue or Liz on Andover 772-169 or Andover 773873 for your dinosaur suit. Just the thing you all need for Christmas. That's like, we're Town TV. Town TV is cable. Okay. So we're here for Town TV, looking around the Craft Fayre at the Harroway. And what are you up to this afternoon?
Well, I've been doing some tune tours while I've been here, just demonstrating and let people see.
Here we go. Action.
Check that it's low.
Do you like working in wood? Obviously, it must be very therapeutic, actually, isn't it? Really?
Well, I do a number of things. It's not just, but I mean, I give instruction to people.
Yeah.
There's in wood turning as well.
Right.
And I do quite a number of different types of work. Trellis work, which is scene instruction.
That's very nice. I've seen that one in Throxton. Yes, very nice indeed.
That's right. The whole, I do furniture as well. So garden furniture. So a cross section of different people. And antique restoration as well.
So if anybody wants to get in touch with you, they can either write to you at 6 Lambourne Close, Flaxton, or give you a telephone call on Andover 772075. I'll say that again, 772075. They want to speak to Roger about wood turning courses, or anything to do with wood.
Yes.
Give Roger a call.
Thanks very much.
He makes some absolutely beautiful stuff. Another really wonderful craft fair in Andover, and it's quite staggering. Andover's alive with craft fairs at the moment. They are really very, very good value for money. So I just do anybody, if you see one in the Andover Advertiser, go along and buy something for Christmas, because it is truly exceptional value for money, and it's something I didn't know existed. So well done to all these people, and well done to Harroway PTA for putting this on today.
Right here. You get out here, you'll be able to pick your way through it.
This is the area that John saw his cat, or had the experience with when he was out getting the cows in with his dog. And I just think if we walked up here now, we might, if we're really lucky, see some new paw prints.
Okay, let's go for it.
Go for it.
Okay, so this is around the area of the spotted paw print. See if you
There.
can see.
Look. There's one, and another one there.
My God. Do you really think that's a paw print?
Oh yeah, it's not very clear, this one, but it's definitely one of them.
Wow, that's incredible. That's absolutely incredible.
One there, one there.
Well, I never. And this
You
is
are
similar
really
to
lucky.
the. And this is similar to the sort of print that you've seen before.
Oh yeah, same.
Well, that's incredible. Let's see if we can find some more.
That's really lucky.
So there we go. That's absolutely amazing. We've been lucky enough to find a paw print of the creature of Cholton, whatever it might be, some kind of big cat. We're going to go off and see if we can find some more. Who's next?
quickly as possible.
So there you have it, the Cholderton Beast. Is it fact or is it fantasy? You ask me? I think there's a good possibility. Reg? Reg, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, it's always worked before. Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. Come on in. Here, kitty, kitty. Here.
This is probably one of the last places I've wanted to be, or ever will want to be. The back of a paddy wagon, or it's commonly known, or a white Mariah. We're taking you out tonight. I know we take a laugh and a joke with regards to Town TV. One of the things that we said about was going out on a more serious side, because we tend to have a bit of a laugh on Town TV. It was going out with the police in Andover and sort of following them around and see just what it is like to go out. But it's a bit cold, although I'm not showing it. Been a bit brave.
I mean, listen.
We're off out on a set of call to go up to the children's home. Don't know what's actually going to happen. We're just on apparently Bill's just told us it's just an attend call, which means we're just up there just to basically observe and sort of like...
Well, you'll find out what's going on when we get there, and once we find the whole picture we'll deal with it as necessary.
But it's, as we speak, it's happening. We thought we were in for a quiet night. But Steve's following us. Alan's actually doing the filming tonight. So if it shakes and jumps around, it's not his fault. Because it won't. Hey? Got the torch. That's all right. Well, I don't want to sort of be... We can't really see a lot, but we don't want to be too obtrusive, I suppose. Sort of try and... Well, we don't want to be too obtrusive. I don't know what's happening, but it's something about a young lad threatening to commit suicide or something. So I think what we'll do is we'll just wait here and see what happens when Bill comes out. But it sounds a little bit...
Sorry, who are you again?
Sorry, Town TV.
Is this more place?
Yeah.
I'd rather just have a
that's fine. Yeah, we appreciate that.
You know.
As far as we go.
Yeah, we're not gonna. We're just sort of out on obs with them. We're not gonna. We've just been asked to wait outside rather than go in. But it sounds a little bit... I don't quite know what's going on.
Right.
We'll probably find out more about it when Bill comes back.
I know you can't get to sleep, sweetheart. Just shut the window, sweetheart, okay?
Apparently one of the young lads
up here is apparently he's obviously a bit upset about something. He's threatened to commit suicide, which obviously is a bit drastic, but police are just up to find out the situation, see what the sort of how stable the situation is, and hopefully see if they can calm it down. So we just wait and see. I mean, Bill's in there now. He's with a couple of other officers, but we'll just see what happens. We had a sort of few noises coming out from inside. We're with PC Ian Chawner. We just got back from the children's home. Is that typical?
That is a typical incident, yes, of a youngster with a slight behavioural problem.
So it's sort of take him down here. Would you charge him?
No, we probably won't charge him unless one of the staff members wants to make a complaint. He'll be taken here for his own safety. Obviously, we have to remove him from the home because of injuries that could be caused to members of the
obviously
staff.
safety to the staff and obviously the other children that are up there.
A lot of it is instinct. A lot of it is you take a lot of the information in from the members of staff as to what has actually happened, what is going to happen. 9 times out of 10, you know what the staff want.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for your time. Obviously, it's early in the evening at the moment. It might be a little bit quieter later on, but it might get a little bit more busy. So
let's see.
We'll see a little bit later. Okay. There you go. Typical, sort of not to say typical, but part of an evening as it happens. We're going to stick around for a little bit longer, and maybe things might develop. They might not. But hopefully it'll be a quiet night. But we might be able to bring us some more later on. So we'll see in a little bit.